do you build a personal brand on social media? Firstly, what is personal branding? It's basically a process by which you create an identity for yourself or for your business on social media. So it simply requires, it involves conscious efforts and intentional plans to create an influence for yourself or your business, to create a perception, how you want the audience to feel or how you want the audience to see you. If I brand myself as a fashion expert, I want the audience to see me as a fashion expert. If I brand myself to be a business coach, then I want the audience to see me as a business coach. Simply, you position yourself as an authority in your field to build your credibility and also to gain trust and stand out from the rest. So I will not take much time in this video. I'll be as brief as possible. How do you brand your business, or how do you build your personal brand? How do you build your personal brand on social media? I have divided into 5 categories. As you know, my methods, I like to categorize things. So the first one is your values. Values can be your beliefs, it can be your principles. The second one is vibes. Vibes are your vibes, your aura, whatever you want to call it. The number three is your visuals. Visuals can be videos, it can be images, it can be colors, it can be whatever. I will get there. The number four, your voice, and number 5, your content. I'm going to start to explain these bit by bit, but make sure you stick with me to the end of this video so that you don't miss out on the key and the most important information that I'll be embedding in this video. My name is Oluwaseyi Olatunji, and let's get started. So number 1, values. The key values of your personal brand guides how you operate and how you make decisions as an individual or as a business owner. To do this, pick 3 to 5. Don't make it too much. If it's too much, you have to walk around too many things. Pick 3 to 5 that are important to you as a brand or to your business as a brand and start working on it. As a brand, how do you want your brand to communicate, and how do you want to run your brand? When people see your brand, what values do they see? Values could be growth, it could be patience, it could be peace, it could be prosperity, it could be a lot of things. I'll put 50 values on the screen right now, and you will see different values. When people see your brand, what do they feel? What do they see in you? Apart from the products that you want to sell, apart from the service you want to render, what identity do they have about your brand? And this is where the values come in. For my value, one of my core values is growth, and I'm making content on how you can grow, how you can increase, how you can make profit, how you can increase. For me, it's more of increase. So I love growth, I love increase. So once again, I'll put these 50 values. There are more than that, but I'll limit them to 50. Scroll through them, see what you want your values, see what you want your brand to reflect as in value, and start pick just 3 to 5 and start working around it. So secondly, number 2 is vibes. Vibes could be vibes as in vibes, and could also mean aura. What do people feel about you or about your brand? Is it boring? Is it lively? Is it interesting? Is it aggressive? Is it fun? Is it intriguing? As a brand, people can feel. What do people feel when they come across your brand? For example, how you feel when you're in a coffee shop is different from how you feel when you're in a football stadium. How you feel when you're in a football stadium is different from how you feel when you're in a pub or you're in a bar. When you're in a bar, you are excited also because of whatever we have. When you're in pub, you can be excited based on what you've had in your system. Also, when you are in a football stadium and your favorite team is playing and they just scored a magnificent goal, how do you feel? Excited as well, but 2 different kinds of excitement. So what do people can actually feel your brand. What do people feel about you? That's your vibe. What vibe are you showing for? It is very, very important when you're building your brand on social media. Number 3, visuals. When I say visuals, I'm not just talking about videos alone. I'm not just talking about pictures alone. It even goes as far as your text, your font size, your font styles, and how visually appealing your brand is. Also, part of visuals is colors, and that's why when you want to start branding, people ask you what's your brand color, this and that, because your brand color can actually reflect what your brand is all about. Colors show reflections, and the reflections have meaning. For example, orange can stand for happiness, vitality, could also stand for happiness as well. Another color is yellow. Yellow could stand for hope, and it also could stand for deceit. So your colors with your vibe and your values would determine what exactly people will feel. Because sometimes one color means more than one thing, or more than one emotions, right? Another color is green. Green stands for abundance, it stands for growth, it stands for beginning, it stands for creation, it stands for nature, it stands for fertility, and so many more meanings like that. One color could mean 10 things, but what people will feel will be a combination of the color, the vibe, your values, and a lot of other things for them to actually pick out what they feel about your brand. So color is very, very important, from the color of your video, color of your graphic designs, colors of your shirt, colors of your text, colors of your design, colors of your thumbnails, colors of your posters, of your billboards, of your banner, a lot more. Your visuals is very, very important. It reflects who you are as a brand, and it reflects what you are as a brand as well. So now, number 4, voice. Who are you talking to? What do you sound like when you are talking to them? What's your tone? What are the words you will say, and what are the words you wouldn't say? Now, don't get me wrong. The way you will talk to real estate investors is different from the way you will talk to gamers. The way you would sound to real estate investors is not the same way you're going to sound when you want to talk to gamers who want to buy PlayStation 5 or who want to invest in some gaming content or whatever. The way you talk, when you sound to the Gen Z generation is different from the way you talk or sound when you're talking to the middle age generation. Sometimes the way you talk to the older generation is different from the way you will talk to the younger generation. How you sound really matters as a brand, and not just voice alone. Text. To you, not just text, even emojis. There's some text that there are some things you put in text that the older generation cannot relate with, and there are a lot of things that you put and the younger generation will relate with, especially lingos and slangs on social media. There are so many things, when you use them, you sound differently to different audience. You have to be mindful of your voice, and it has to be specific. Lastly, number 5, content. And this is the last and also not the least. I would not say much about content because there are so many content on content itself, and content itself is enough to be another video or another crash course on itself. But I'll just mention the content pillars for your brand, because when you don't have content pillars, then you lose focus. You can easily derail. For example, if your niche or your brand is about Instagram, within that niche, which is the Instagram, you can have pillars. It could be growth on Instagram, captions on Instagram, video quality on Instagram, videos on Instagram, engagement on Instagram, insight on Instagram, monetization on Instagram, whatever. There is always content pillar, and then you make sure that the content you're making is in alignment with your content pillars. It's just for you to be focused so that the audience can see you as a focused brand. Not because if you don't have content pillars, easily you pick up on every content or every trend here and there, and at the end of the day, your audience will not have a clear distinction of what you are and what you stand for. So content pillar is really, really, really important as to your personal branding. I'll go over it again. First one is your values. The second one is your vibes. The second one is your vibes. The third one is your visuals. The fourth one is your voice. And the last one is your content. If you have gained at least one thing in this video, please like this video for me, subscribe to this channel. If you like this video for me, the link will be shared to more people. That's the only way you can help me, and more people who want to build their personal brand on social media to watch this video. You can drop comments for me if you've got comments, if you've got reservations, recommendations, even criticism. Constructive criticism is allowed. You can drop comments for me and I'll be with you in the comment section. Before you go, don't forget, be good if you can be good. Don't forget, be good if you can be good. If you can't be good for any reason, you understand? Don't get caught. You will see me on your screen. I'll pop up on your screen when I drop my next video. Bye bye.